Hi Morgan, Rory here. Obviously just here now. You got some rust nails there, a little bit of rust coming through. So that tells me it's a little bit of oxidization. Needs to be sealed up. All the joints are kind of splitting a little bit, especially on the door. Now maybe it's a design feature to have shadow joints, but I wouldn't be recommending it in terms of water, and I think that could be a lot of your problem, water coming down, because it's coming at the edges and it's not sealed. That's personally, I think all of these joints need to be sealed. The actual main structures and joints and frame, it's at the joints all your issues are. What I would recommend is coat of aluminium primer on it, because you are pure east facing, so you're getting a fair bit of sun, and then a couple of coats of the finishing door. But the main thing is to get all of these joints in here sealed. I'll send this video on and then I'll send you on the video. Thanks Morgan, take care, bye. Hi guys, just want to show you here. So doing a door here down in Portobello and in Dublin. So you can just see there, rot got in at the edge and then spread all the way along, and just about here you can see it's really kind of stopped spreading, and then all of this looks pretty good. So but I still have to take it off to get a uniform finish. So from here on in, what I have to do is we have to apply wood rot hardener. Then I'm going to apply a coat of aluminium wood primer onto the existing timber. I'm also going to apply it to the inside of the timber face and the outside that's going to go on there. And even though we're painting them white, it's going to take more coats, but it's the right thing to do when you see a situation like that. Okay, thanks guys. So this is a wood wet rot wood hardener application, and what you'll see is when it goes on, it can actually turn darker. Okay, so here we go here, and you can see it a lot darker. So what I'll do is I'll get another coat on that about 20 minutes, half an hour. It's with a good bit of sun up there, so as it soaks it up, I'll get another couple of coats onto that area. Okay, thanks guys. Here is the tin. You can see it's pretty full of wet rot wood hardener. I never get that right. Then I'm just going to pour it into a container, so that way I can get it all in. We get a couple of coats on this, and this will stiffen up this whole area. Okay, thanks. Here's the rust inhibitor paint, and I'm just stirring it, and you can see it's darker than the other grey, and even though we're going over lighter colours, still needs to be done. And then I can get the all prime over and we can kind of kill the dark grey. But this is what's going to stop it holds back the rust in the nail holes coming back. So want to be liberal with this and give it a good stir. I'm sure the aluminium primer might have done something, but it's not what it's made for in this situation. So this is the rust inhibitor one there, you can see. Okay, right, I'm going to use my two hands for this one. Just want to show you, so I sealed up all the doors, and still one or two little kind of rough edges, but I can sort that out with a bit of sanding, and they'll keep highlighting themselves as we put more coats on it. So they're all sealed up, and going to go in the timber now as these dry before I get a coat on them. Okay, you can see it's kind of just looks a little bit more solidified with the cork on it. So just showing you here, here's the timber in with a first coat of primer on it, and we'll go over it again. Obviously I'm going to give it 2 coats, so just gonna, yeah, it's a good day, so we'll get another coat on pretty soon. Loads of drying in that. Just to show you here, here's the product all prime, and it comes in white, and I've added a little touch of your paint into it, and you can see it's just beginning to change, and by the time that I get it fully stirred up, it'll be a light green, which is kind of perfect for your undercoat. Just want to show you the top here, and it's not too bad at the joint, okay? So, but I don't think it was at the joint. But I'm going to where my finger is, I'm going to slope that off with Tech 7. So I'm going to get rid of the joint, and we'll just come down from here, and I'll try and slope it a bit out. And then, but I think it could have been over here. I think that you're a little bit recessed here. I think that there could have been a slow leak getting in on this side and working its way from the inside back, along here, which would explain how come this was the most rotten area. So like over here was dry, virtually dry. I still took it off to line it, and so we were good, and I'm going to fill this up with Tech 7 to seal it, so you know, as I said to you. But I also think we should do, Morgan, I also think we should do that little pocket here, right? And I also think we should do that other pocket on the other side. I do along here anyway. Might leave the underneath just in case there is anything, and we could do that. We could do it. Some guys sometimes leaving a little hole in there in case there is anything getting in, it drains away, but wouldn't necessarily recommend that either. So I think that's our culprit in the corner. I think you got sitting water there. You got the same thing over here, but not to such an extent. So I think we leveled both of them out a bit as well. Okay, thanks. So you can just see here, you can see kind of little grey marks on the door, and this is where I've kind of used the scraper and a blade and chisel just to kind of smooth things off and get back to a solid kind of sub base before I start to put a top coat on. And there'll be a little bit of filling once I get the first top coat on as well, and then I'll look after that area a little bit later on today. But this is just when we start to get a couple of coats on this now. So here is coat number 6. So on last, we're kind of looking like we're getting there. Well, it's not really that long. Just still need to sort this out, and I keep need to building this up before I sand it back, and need to do the same over here. A little bit of a drip there, but I can sort that out, and still need to put in a bit of Tech 7 at the top, and we can see areas that just need to be sorted out in the door, but they're becoming more obvious, you know, just certain areas kind of sticking out, and they just look a couple more coats, and then need clean around the edges, the interior paints as well. So top fan light's looking pretty good. That's had a couple of coats, and a couple more tomorrow, and that'll be kind of finished, and we can clean that off as well. So that's where we are. So this is 6 coats, so we'll kind of be aiming for another 1.5, maybe get 1.5 on tomorrow, and then come back the following day just for anything, just to kind of inspect it and see it, and just kind of, it's better off to get coats over multiple days rather than loads in a couple of days. Okay, thanks guys, talk to you later. Just showing you here, I've sealed up the top of this. I just want to show you here, I just got that little section there that I hadn't got earlier, and also you can see I've gone up with a double layer on top of what I had already. You can see it's just stronger, but we need to let it dry in between and over in the corner where it was dipping as well. Okay, so I'll have a look at it if it needs a triple one, but I think the triple one might even be counterproductive because it might even push it back in. Like, we're good enough. I think we're good enough at that, but we'll have a look just in case it shrinks back a little bit, okay? Which it does.